if I have to record this more than once, I'm gonna lose my shit. I can't say that because, okay, if I have to record this more than once, I'm gonna be really mad. Today, I don't freaking know how to do intros. I've always hated them, but I feel like it's a little bit random. So, to just start without saying anything, so what I want to do is talk about sex scenes, which I might have to fancily edit that so that there's words on the screen or that's so like it goes like whoop when I say it. But sexual scenes. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna say sex scenes at camp. In kids shows. Cause like if you're under the age of 18, you're still legally a kid. You're a minor. That's a show geared towards kids and like set up so that their audience is children. It's a kids show. And it's wrong having those in there. So I guess that's my intro. I wanted to talk about it and it being wrong because I've seen a lot of people just blatantly ignoring it. They're like, oh, since I'm an adult and I'm watching the show, it's totally fine. Yeah, that'd be fine if it was an adult show, but it's not an adult show. Especially with my main focus here is high school shows because, like, there's no excuse either way. Like, it's high schoolers. It's a show about high schoolers and there's sex scenes in it, and that's wrong. And everyone's excusing it, and I don't understand. It's wrong either way. Like, it's especially if the show is set in high school, then it's just, no, that's so messed up. And they're like, well, I'm an adult watching it. Yeah, but they're still supposed to be high schoolers. It's not okay. So that's what I'm talking about. That's my intro. I didn't say the thing I normally do, but I've grown to hate intros. All of a sudden, it's my latest phase. Sex scenes in high school shows are a completely fucked up concept. It's shows marketed towards young children and even older teens. Putting scenes like that in when you're purposefully aiming on that being your audience gives predator vibes, if I'm being honest. Aside from it being adults playing these characters, because if they had people of that age actually playing them and doing that stuff, more than half of Hollywood would be arrested. You're still supposed to be believing that is an actual 14-year-old or 16-year-old. However year old, even if in real life they're not actually that age. They go so far as to romanticize it in a sickening way. Why would you want a literal child doing that, banging each other? And in most of these shows, there's always a student, teacher, or high school girl and predator college kid couples. It's normalizing this, and that's not okay. If you're not done with high school and your partner is old enough to sign up for the military or be drafted, you shouldn't be with them. But that sort of relationship is everywhere. Books, TV shows, and absolutely strewn everywhere across real life, and it's also ignored and justified. And these shows are adding to justifying it when there should instead be laws made against it. Because, like, aside from it being morally wrong, it should also be legally wrong. And I know when you're 14 or however old, you don't want to hear it. And you think you are more older than you are or more mature, but if you're 14, you're 14. That's not an age you should be banging other people at, and definitely not, and for lack of a better term, not in a relationship with someone older than you are. Because that's not a relationship. That's being taken advantage of. And aside from your brain not even being fully developed along with most of your organs too, you're still legally a child. Stop trying to justify it. Either way, it's still wrong and illegal. And in most cases where the law is a little gray area, it should also be illegal, even if it's not. Just because you can get away with something doesn't mean you should do that thing. It's fine having older actors above the age of 18 playing 16-year-olds. There are so many videos already out there on how the machine that is Hollywood just chewing up and spitting out child and teen actors and just destroying them mentally that I feel like I don't need to mention it. Not in depth anyway. So whenever you can cast a legal adult, you should, because they're still going to be more mature and more prepared for that lifestyle and for working. I mean this in a it's obvious way as to why you should do this. I don't mean this in a we should ignore this whole subject. I just mean, and I'm not going in depth into it way, because I feel like it's been talked about enough. I don't mean it in a it doesn't need to be talked about way, because it does. But there's already so many other people having those conversations, and I'm focusing on this one and what I feel like no one is talking about. So it is important that what Hollywood's doing to young actors and actresses is awful, but that's not the focus of my video. my video is focusing on putting sex scenes in kids shows, and that it's wrong. Especially for all these messed up scenes they're doing in supposedly kid TV shows now. Even with that being an actor, that actor is still pretending to be a child. They shouldn't be doing that. But it's normal. If you turn on a TV show about high school, it's just expected that there will be sex scenes. It's normal that they won't be doing things kids should be doing. And in most cases, stuff no one should be doing because it's illegal. And if you're sitting here right now preparing a whole speech on why all of this is okay, you're fucked in the head. It's not okay. People shouldn't be doing it. It's wrong on every level. It also kind of ties into society's obsession with young girls because it's always the young girl and the much older guy. Always has to be some dumb age difference. There's not much else to say. It's wrong. I've made like a lot of good points already. And if you're sitting there going, well, not enough for me, you're messed up in the head. I can't help you with that. If you're sitting there thinking, having high school shows with really explicit, like almost a porno sex scene in it, I don't know what's wrong with your head. Do you need therapy? Obviously. I don't really have an outro for this video. I don't have anything left to say. I've said everything. It's wrong. It's always gonna be wrong. Just stop doing it because it's so incredibly messed up. Like, TV shows need to just stop, but they're not gonna stop because it makes money. Shame on everyone who supports it. I hope you have an amazing day, or simply just have a day.